Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Cantrip Breakers, in which we once again delve into the dark region of Mournveil, a gothic homebrew setting full of ghouls, ghosts, witches, werewolves, and of course, vampires. But you will have noticed that we have an additional face in our midst today. So before we begin, let us go around and meet our players. Arianna, would you like to go first and introduce who you are playing?
Hi, I am playing Ayleen, and Ayleen is a monk. She spent her whole life growing up in the monastery, where she is brainwashed into believing that the monastery is the most important thing in the world and all kids should go there to get trained and bring the light. In the last few episodes, she's been doing a few epic things because of the donation bar being reached. And so now she did something so strong that she thinks that she's the chosen one, and she's extremely arrogant right now, believing that she is the best person in the world. Unfortunately, nobody's there to stop her because we're surrounded by children. So yeah, we'll see how that escalates today, or not. We'll see.
Lovely. And Elina.
It was just funny. I'm playing Ester. She's a wood elf from the Heartland Forest. She was raised in a tribe in which she did a little oopsie, a little mistake, and got thrown out into the big world, world she's never been in before. And she stumbled upon this bunch of Muppets, I guess, and tagging along for the ride, I guess. That's pretty much it about her.
And Glosske.
Yes, I'm playing Hazel van Dam. She is a halfling rogue child, and she's very sneaky and was always very on her A game, but now she's depressed because she now got to know that she was the one who killed her parents. So she's just depressed and reaches to alcohol for help. So she's going to cry this episode. Sorry.
And finally, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I play a 10-year-old little half-elf boy who is high energy, does not pick up on social cues. He's very annoying, and he is orphaned, and he's gonna cause chaos. I just hope you're ready for it. If you're annoyed by him, then I'm doing it right.
And I am Ed. As ever, I am your GM. I guide our players through this world, this gothic setting, and I embody all the different characters. I describe all the different places and generally try and make sense of the chaos, which I feel will probably be stepped up this episode. But as you will have noticed, speaking of chaos, in the middle of the screen, we have our donations bar. This is our Faith of the Gods bar, and as Angelo has already demonstrated, thank you, Angelo, you can donate towards it, and every time you do so, you cause the bar to inch closer and closer and closer to its limit. And when that limit is hit, something happens. Something good, something bad, usually the latter, and something that our players usually cannot predict, but has a huge effect on the story moving forwards. So I think that's everything. So without further ado, let me just get my dice in order. Sit back, grab your apples and your strangely grey-coloured oranges as we delve deeper into the dark world of Mournveil in Chapter 12, Hair of the Dog. Returning to Renoras, after your encounter with the vampire Count Marius Amortis, and having surrendered up to him the red blade you had discovered beneath the waters of the Black Lake, you pondered your next move. And as Hazel, you ran off on your own to drink away your sorrows in the Bat's Wing Tavern, still disturbed by the visions you had seen of killing your own parents. Ayleen and Ester, you went with Mank to visit his employer, the elf, Mr. Dupont. Explaining what you had done and what Amortis had told you, the sword's connection to an ancient vampire by the name of Gregor von Sanguis, a long-dead being whose hidden tomb may be the key to releasing Mournveil from its prison, once and for all. After some convincing, DuPont yielded to your trust in the vampire's words, though he did so with some trepidation, and turning his attention to you, Ester, he revealed that one of the few settlements in Mournveil he had been unable to investigate is the town of Hartstead, located deep within the Heartland Forest, where you grew up, the home where you were banished from. Cut off from the rest of Mournveil by its ruler, Count Gaius Renhart, many years ago, and throwing out the Morning Guard from within its walls, up until recently, DuPont had contact spying on the town of Hartstead. But one of these individuals, staying in the Heartland Forest, has disappeared. A man called Victor, and a man who Mank appears to know very well. DuPont wants him rescued, and in the process, you might even find some information on von Sanguis's final resting place. And so, going in search of Hazel, you found that she had been taken in by a member of your order, Ayleen, Elder Myrene, revealing that another member of the order, Elder Lucas, had been in conversation with the High Elder ever since your visit to the town of Everspire. She said that you had been ordered to bring Hazel before them in the Monastery of Light at your earliest convenience. And as you prepared for your journey, buying supplies and agreeing to deliver a letter to Brecton on the way, you hopped aboard your cart the next day, a sullen Hazel still in tow, and made your way south. But as you did so, you noticed movement in the back of the cart, and pulling back the top, you saw a figure that you all recognized. Cider. So Sam, would you like to describe what Cider looks like for those who weren't there last time you were here?
Yeah, so Cider, as I said, he's a 10-year-old. He's a half-elf. He looks really scruffy, so he's got, like, dirt all over him. He doesn't wear shoes. His clothes are usually just kind of tattered. Think of a street rat. That's literally him. He's got, like, curly, tufted hair. It's a little long. And, yeah, he's just Cider.
And as just Cider peeks out of the sack of very grey oranges that are currently spilling across the cart, Cider, you were suddenly met by a very small, furry grey creature that leaps onto you as this tiny baby wolf just starts licking your face.
Ah, there's a beast! Oh, I found y'all! As he's looking around.
Who are you?
You're alive!
Cider?
I'm Cider. Yeah, you were dead last time I met you.
Wait, this is... You're the Cider?
It's Cider.
My name got around. Yes, I'm the Cider.
How did you...
Look who it is, if it's not our little thief.
What are you doing there,
Okay.
Cider?
I've never stolen from you.
What were you doing in the back, Cider?
Okay. I was on Gallagher's, and have y'all seen, like, red-robed masked people anywhere? Because, there were a lot of them, and I didn't know what they were there for, and then, they were kind of coming after me, so I hopped on a boat and to Renoris, and then I tried to find y'all, and I saw you, but then there were more of them, and so I jumped on your cart and hid. So thanks for moving.
Wait, do you need us to bring you back?
No.
Oh,
I don't think I should go back.
I think he came to stay with us, I think.
Yeah, I'm here for my best friends.
Yeah.
Mank just turns and gives you a look, Ayleen, just of another one.
And Ayleen is like suddenly a lot happier. Although she's not sharing why.
So where y'all going?
Well, hang on. So these red-robed individuals, what, you say they were chasing you?
I think so. I mean, they were everywhere that I was, so I assumed.
Right. You know why they were after you?
I don't know, but it happened after y'all got that box. And they also had those necklaces.
Oh,
Oh.
vampires?
The cursed ones. Oh, I don't know. Are they vampires?
Seem odd for vampires to be moving around so brazenly in daylight.
They were at night.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that
Yeah,
explains
because
it.
I mean, I move around at night.
Oh,
So I get the rats.
I'm
Oh.
sure
That
they
makes the
weren't.
rats.
They weren't vampires because you would not have escaped if they were vampires.
I don't know. I'm pretty fast. I know you were dead last time, so you didn't get to see my cool moves. But I was pretty good. Ask Mink. I saved him.
Yeah, he did. And Mank just turns, and as he continues cracking the reins and the donkeys continue on, Hazel, you notice as you stare ahead, Mank just bend down a little and just try and catch your eyes, and he just, hey, you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Do you maybe have some rum on you?
Maybe when we've stopped.
Can I have a amazing great orange then?
Yeah, sure. Cider, mind chucking us an
Yeah.
orange?
No, of course. And he's like gonna pick up a few of them and like start doing this.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Okay. Oh, I lost my thing. Hang on. Oh, 6.
Hazel, you feel an orange just collide with the back of your head with a sort of very dull.
I'm sorry!
Mank just turns around and maybe just hand them over.
Okay. Like we'll grab like 2 more and just kind of walk over and plop next to Hazel. Here you go,
Cider?
Hazel! And he's gonna wrap his arm around you. My best friend.
What are you doing here?
Well, I missed you.
You did?
Yeah, after y'all left, I couldn't stop thinking about you because I got lonely. I've never really felt lonely, but I did. And now I'm here and I don't feel it anymore.
So
For the first time in like 2 days, Hazel will have a little tiny bit of a smile on her face. I'm
So-
happy to see you too.
how long are you planning on sticking around then?
Forever!
Oh, good. All right.
that's a long time.
Yeah, and I heard y'all live for a long time. It's gonna be a real long time.
Oh, goody. So, for the rest of us, we now have an extra mouth to feed, which means more rations at some point. So,
It's okay.
where are we going?
I'm good at eating a little.
Good. But we have a couple of options of where we can go, so where's our first stop?
I vote that we go to Bracton. I have a letter that I need to deposit there.
Yeah.
Also, we should probably stay within towns as much as we can. So, Bracton, Everspire, the forest.
Fair enough.
Very smart.
Well,
I have
it's
a
been-
quick question.
Go.
Where'd Martin go?
He stayed at Renora's with his child.
Oh, he's a dad?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looked like you. So I thought that maybe he was going to hang out.
No.
No.
Oh, that's okay. I hope he's well.
Yeah. Yeah. just like not really know what to say.
Hazel, you just feel a slight nudge against your hand as Mank just slowly passes a bottle of rum towards you, just sort of having taken a little bit himself as he just and just continues cracking at the reins.
Man, y'all got lots of things in your throats.
Yep. Yep, we
Must
do.
be the air.
I'll take it.
Yeah. True.
So, does anyone want to fill in our new edition about our recent discoveries about what we found?
I'll do it. So,
He is leaning over, just listening.
Cider.
Like a child listening to a story.
we have a task
Okay,
to go to Heartland. Do you know where that is?
what's that?
that's in the forest of Heartland Forest. It's a town, and someone with the name Victor went missing there.
That's a fun name.
And we're going there to find him. And then we're going back up to around here. We're going into the mountains to the Monastery of Light. Do you know what Monastery of Light is?
Is it cold there?
A little bit, but there's fire. So
Cool. Okay, no, what's a monastery? I know what the light is.
it's a house for cool people.
Yo! That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I belong there.
Hazel's gonna go there.
Hazel, I'll go with you.
Cool people, huh?
Yeah, from what I've seen, they're not that cool.
Thanks, Esther. I'm from there.
My point still stands.
Wow. All right.
Not just I was a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, is it? Ha ha ha! Understand.
And I think, and she would look at Mank, that's all that we have to say.
What
Okay.
about the vampire dude?
Yeah, we came across vampire. Lived to tell the tale.
Was he wearing a cloak? Like the red cloak and a mask and a pendant?
No, he's wearing fairly fancy, noble clothes. Looked somewhat out of place, but for some reason, we agreed to allow him to take the black box and the sword inside it off our hands.
Ooh. Why would you do that?
That is a very, very good question, Cider. It's good that you are here to ask these questions.
Well, I'm gonna ask a lot.
Oh, goody. Well, Ayleen, perhaps you can field this particular one.
It's safer like this. And it also helps us to make the mist disappear and go back to the light.
Oh, the place you're from.
No, the actual light. So, you know how Mournveil is surrounded by a thick layer of mist? And that makes
Not
everything...
really. I'm from one place.
Okay, so we are currently in Mournveil. You come from a little town in Mournveil, okay? All around Mournveil is a really big, thick layer of mist that you cannot go. Nobody's ever gone into the mist that came back alive, okay?
Oh.
Which is really dark and sad because there's no sunlight. Do you know what sunlight is?
I mean, a little bit. It peaks sometimes.
Like, it's usually way brighter and warmer and nicer. And by
It
giving...
sounds nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. And by giving the vampire that sword, he's gonna help us bring the light back. So
Your
that...
friend's a vampire?
Yeah, you could say that.
Don't like it either.
Oh, you don't like... Oh, yeah, don't like it either.
Yeah, we do. We do like it, Cider.
I mean, we like it.
We do
don't
like
like vampires.
He's very
We should be
conflicted.
careful. We should be careful of
careful.
vampires. Yeah.
So they're friends, but we're careful with friends.
Exactly.
Cool.
They're not our
It's more of a
friends, they're our
deal.
enemy.
Yeah, it's more of a deal. I would say.
Deal.
Yeah, one of those deals.
Well, I'm probably too young to understand, so whatever you do, I'm here for it.
Courageous.
Well, I told you earlier, I'm not afraid to die, so
You're not gonna die.
Not
I
yet.
hope not. Because I like being with you.
This has become a nice, fun road trip.
Did you miss me, Mink? He's like rocking back and forth.
Just looks at you following your feet, and I suppose in some small way your excitable personality does brighten up the day somewhat.
It's because we played Thumb War. You had fun.
Yes, we did. So, I mean, you told us that you're mostly living on the streets in Gallagher, but you got no one gonna miss you back at home?
Well, I don't really have anybody back home.
What about
I
that
mean-
uncle of yours?
We have no relationship whatsoever. He actually told me to leave anyway, so he's probably happy.
Did you say goodbye before you did, or
No.
fair enough?
I was being chased. No time for goodbyes.
Hmm.
I did wave to the rats as they left, though, because I miss them. Wait, where's Jerry? Can I say hi to Jerry?
You just hear little sound from Hazel's shoulder, buried beneath hair.
He's just gonna wave because last time he tried to reach out, it was not good. So he's just like, hi.
And you can hear that Jerry is sort of still buried in the hair, and as you look, you see that he's currently like nuzzled up against Hazel's neck in quite a comforting way, as one of the paws just sort of rests on her neck, just sort of tickles her a bit with his whiskers.
Esther holds up dog to Cider. This is dog, by the way.
Hi, dog! And he's gonna like scruff his head. It's good to meet you. When did you get a dog?
We found him when we were going to the wastelands, and we saw him. I don't know how he got there, but he was taken by some swamp monster.
Oh.
And I just couldn't leave without him, so we had to take him.
Well, you're really lucky, dog.
He just sort of turns around and cranes his neck towards you, Esther, just with a...
Yeah.
And as you look around the rest of the cart, Cider, you also notice another individual in this small menagerie. There is a raven that is just perched on the back, just sort of sat there, just occasionally cocking its head and just...
Did y'all adopt a bird too?
I don't know.
That bird is from DuPont, the guy that sent us on the journey.
Oh, the job guy.
The job guy, and he wants us to use the raven to send letters back to him with information.
Ravens are smart.
Yeah.
So that's good.
They're really smart.
Speaking of letters, Ayleen, you said you had one to deliver. Do you know who it's for?
I was hoping you'd remember that because I don't. I was distracted and...
As you pull out the letter and sort of flip it over in your hands, you see that it is not sealed that well. It seems quite hastily written, but you can see just on the front there is just a single word: Farah.
I mean,
But other than this, there's
it says Farah on it, but I have no, like, I should have paid better attention.
What does it say?
I don't remember either.
I mean, it just says Farah, but
What
the
does
rest
it say
is obvious-
inside?
Well, I'm not going to open someone else's letter
Do
Why
it.
not?
Why not?
because you're not supposed to read other people's letters.
Why
Of
not?
course you do.
Was there some kind of crime?
Yeah, what if you're
that's
transmitting
like
criminal
a
activity?
violation of privacy.
Did he tell you not to open it?
No, but it's sealed.
So you can open
Do you want me to do it?
No.
Because then you're not in trouble.
Plausible
Obviously
deniability.
not. But they will literally know. It will be unsealed.
I mean, we can find a way to stick it back together.
No, that's not how seals work, Cider.
I mean, we could contact the pond again, I guess, if you want.
Not that's well sealed anyway. What if it has important information?
Ask.
What if we find another letter?
What if it's a
Like-
love letter?
Envelope.
Yeah, love letter. Open it, please.
If it's a love
Ew.
letter, that would be lovely to hear about.
That's
Actually.
gross.
How is it gross?
Love? I'm
Not
10.
Gross. It's so.
All right. All in favor of opening the letter?
Aye!
And I would look at Mank. Because that's
Mank
actually
just-
the only opinion that she's gonna pay attention to.
Mank's just like, I'm on the fence. I don't mind. I don't care.
I'm on Mank actually too. I don't really. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, well, does
Honestly.
anyone know where we could find someone named... You know what? No. And I would
just
place
go
the
there and
letter
ask.
down. No, we're not doing it.
Can I take it?
Yeah, make a dexterity check for me.
Not sleight of
I
hand?
would try
Oh,
to
sleight of
stop.
hand. Yeah,
I
sleight
would
of
try
hand.
to stop it. Do I have to counter anything?
Yeah, so sleight of hand versus if you just do a straight dex check.
Can then I stop Ayleen?
11.
Cider. Oh, 10.
So as Hazel reaches out, still a little bit sort of like groggy, considering her current mood, and Ayleen, you move forward, and suddenly there is a web of hands as Cider also reaches in. And eventually Hazel just rips the letter out, and sort of still sat next to Mank, you are now holding this fairly loose letter in your hand.
I instantly open it before anyone can say anything.
Okay. So inside, it says the following. Farah. Reports from passing traders. The tower has been sighted in the mountains of Grimm's Arm. I do not know how long you have before it moves again. I would act quickly. A friend.
What a boring letter.
I expected more.
Wait,
What,
let
to
me
throw
see
it
that.
away.
Give it to me.
Yeah, probably.
And I would try
Listen.
to take it back. To
Can have
read
it.
it myself.
Give it to her.
Did you give it to me?
Yeah, you can have it.
okay. And Ayleen would actually be impressed by this letter because that reminds her of the time. I've been in this tower. We've been in this tower.
Huh?
This tower.
What do you mean?
The moving tower.
Moving tower?
It's how yes. There is a tower where we move. We went there with Ophelia and Claire. The
tower
tower
where we
with the
got
dead
attacked?
people in. Yes. With the with the dead people in there.
The giant?
No, not the
The
giant.
puzzle?
The puzzle.
What do you mean it moves? Sorry, the tower moves.
Right.
What do you mean?
So when I went down from the monastery to my very first task, the task was to visit the tower and find some special artifacts. And my friend who got lost there. So we went there, and it was a lot of spiders. A lot of spiders.
Ugh.
But also a lot of important artifacts and skeletons and a dagger that if you put it in someone, they could talk to you again once they were dead. Or into a dead person.
Oh,
You put
yeah.
the dagger in a dead person and they would be able to speak to you again and answer a question.
is that the one
was
Ophelia used?
Hmm?
Is that the one Ophelia used?
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember.
But the tower moves.
Does it have legs?
No, it just disappears and appears somewhere else again.
Poofs.
Oh, that's weird.
Poof. And it's gone.
Wait, where was it again? Ed, where was it again?
So in the letter it says, the tower has been sighted in the mountains of Grimm's Arm.
We are literally going there. It's right
not
next
good.
to Heartland. The mountains
close.
are right next to it.
Oh, that's close.
Oh, no.
Should we go?
We can't go there. That was really dangerous last time.
It
I'll go
was
anywhere.
really dangerous.
Oh,
We're stronger now, though, than we were last time.
And you have me!
I want to
Like
talk
a-
to this person.
What, this Pharaoh individual?
Yeah, why they would want to go there.
That's a good question.
let's find him.
What
or
if
her.
What if Victor, your friend that got missing in Heartland, actually got missing in the tower? Because it's really close by, right?
That's possible.
It's like less than a day travel, or?
Maybe. I don't know if Victor would, yeah, I don't know. I know he was spying on Heartstead, but,
I mean, he could have fled into the mountains.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe.
there's a lot of stuff there. There's a big chance he would be lost there.
And Hazel, as this conversation is happening, you notice Mank just shift a little beside you and just start to concentrate more on the road ahead. And for the next couple of minutes or so, just not really engage with everyone as the cart continues to travel south away from the boggy, marshy lands of Renoras and across Mist River, moving further and further south, with landscapes and grassland and twisted tree life all passing around you as the grey sun slowly makes its way in the skies above you. But are there any conversations that you want to have as you continue making your way towards Brecton?
I'm drinking.
Hey,
I'm stopping that. If she's drinking, Ayleen is on that.
I do it every time Ayleen is not looking.
Oh!
Make a sleight of hand check and a perception check for me, and we'll see if you see anything.
I rolled 18.
9.
That's one.
Yeah, you see, she's not being as subtle or as careful as she usually would be, and you can see that both her and Mank cut a rather sorry picture at the front of the cart, even with Hazel sort of even with Cider sat between them both, like just beaming and making up for both of their fairly dour moods.
I want to lean into Hazel. Why are you so sad?
Why am I so sad?
Yeah, you were happy last time I saw you.
I'm a bad person.
You're not. If you're a bad person, then I'm a bad person. Because we're kind of the same.
I killed my parents.
Oh. Was it on purpose?
That's a good question. I don't remember much. I just had this vision that I had this sword. I was mind controlled.
Do you feel bad about it?
Of course I feel bad about it. I love
Then
my
you're not a bad
parents.
person. It might have been an accident.
It was an accident.
Well, there you go.
But
You're
they're
not a
dead
bad person,
now.
Hazel. You're good. That's okay. My parents are too.
Did you kill them?
No, they went missing. And then I was told they died. But
Did
I was
you
also
miss
really
them?
young. Sometimes, but I don't really remember them.
Makes sense. I remember them so well. I spent years and years trying to find them. I knew I
Well, that
wouldn't
doesn't
find
make you
them
bad.
because in my heart it just felt so empty, but I had so much hope. And I was searching for years and years. My only wish was to see them again. But now, knowing what I know, that I killed them with my bare hands, I feel like such a bad person.
I don't think you're a bad person. I think that you're remorseful, and that's signs of a good person. If you were okay with it, then probably I'd be a little concerned and would sit at the back of the cart and not give you oranges.
Yeah.
But
you make good
I
points.
feel safe around you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Should you though?
I don't know.
You know,
I mean, you have a
stabbed
rat.
Ayleen quite a few times.
I'm surprised she's still alive.
Who? Ayleen?
Mm-hmm. Because she was like dead.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, she's a little magical, I think. There is more to her than we think.
Probably. There's usually a lot more to a lot of people. Which is why you're not just one thing. You're not bad. You're a lot of things. You're Hazel, and you got a cool rat, so you're a rat mom. Evidently Mank is your dad. That's really cool, so you're a daughter. And you have cool hair. You've got like really awesome dagger. Way better than mine, because I just found mine. But yours is cool. So I think you are awesome.
Well, thank you. She smiles.
As
That
Hazel
makes
and
me happy to
Cider,
hear.
as they're talking, Eileen's just like uncorking all the rum and just like as they're not paying attention, just letting it all just like trail behind the cart, emptying as they're not looking. Hazel.
As the cart continues along and long brown trails are left behind it, you continue going. As the sun continues to move in the skies ahead until eventually the skies begin to go dark. And you can see the moon beginning to rise in the distance, large and acrid and you can see the sun setting in the distance. And as you continue on, with these donkeys leading the cart, and with all of you riding along, and Dog occasionally, like, rushing about and chasing his own tail in the back of the cart, eventually you see a sight that many of you have seen before. But for you, Cider, everything on land is new, and it is alien. And this perhaps more than the rest. You have seen settlements on water before. You have seen settlements that have been built to accommodate boats and have been built to accommodate fishing and trade. But this, with 4 roads leading out in either direction, north, south, east, and west, you see in the center of a large open grassland, a round town, surrounded by wooden palisades and with an empty moat around it, which is filled with large spikes, all of which have been carved out of giant wooden branches that just stick out. And you can see that the town itself is relatively small, certainly in comparison to Port Galagast. But you can see every so often carts moving into it. Very few at this stage and at this time are moving out. But you can see flickering orange torchlight from within and large tiled roofing inside. And you can see that in the center of the town, what looks to be a large broken tree that is split down the middle with what looks to be a lightning blast. And this is what the town itself seems to be revolved around as you make your way further and further towards the town of Brecton. And as you do so, you can see that a small bridge passes alongside and over the moat itself, and you can see that 2 individuals are stood outside wearing the garb of the Morning Guard, with grey metal armour and dark purple tabards. And as you approach and the chainmail across their faces clinks a bit, you can see one, and Hazel, you hear a very familiar voice as you see Bill, the guard, just patting down one of the other guards who's there. And all right, Clanfer, so just make sure that you're keeping an eye out for anyone, and unlike when you were working at Mournveil, there's no charge here, no charge to enter. Oh, hello. How can I help?
Hey, Bill.
Hey.
Miss Hazel, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, lovely to see you again. You're making quite a habit of coming back to Brecton, aren't you?
Yeah, it's because I like you.
Oh, bless you, Miss Hazel. Well, we will be closing our gates very, very soon. So, if you are coming in, whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you lot staying?
We were gonna stay at the inn. I'm bringing my friends, and we got some oranges.
Yeah, is there actually an inn? Because it burned down last time we were here.
The inn is still under construction, but I do know that Phyllis Magru is still around. If you go in the direction of the Broken Tree Tavern, or what remains of it, there is a small outhouse that's been built just a short stone's throw away. You won't be able to miss it. There's a lantern hanging outside. I believe Phyllis should be in there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh,
Welcome back to Brecton.
And do you know anyone with the name Farrer?
You're looking for a monster hunter?
Monsters.
No, just that one.
Oh, he's a monster hunter.
Yeah,
That's cool.
she's been here some time now, a couple of days, but yeah, no, you'll be able to find her over stables on the other side of town. I don't know if she'll be around at the moment, but certainly, if you're
Alright.
looking for her tomorrow, she seems to be there most days.
Okay, thank you.
No, not a problem. Anyway, welcome back. We'll close the gates after you. And the cart makes its way in, and it is fairly quiet. It is dark, and lanterns flicker behind boarded up windows that have all been shut and fortified against the oncoming night. The roads and the streets all around are muddy and churned up through footfall and cartwheel alike. And you can see that hay peppers various various portions of the street as you make your way through, and eventually you come to the center, a large, open, circular market square, in the middle of which you once again see the broken tree split in two, stretching into the sky. And all of you see the place where you, Ayleen, and you, Hazel, where you met for the first time, and where you met your old friends, who are now long since departed, as you see the remains of the Broken Tree Tavern. Scaffolding still around it, and you can see that quite a bit of headway has been made since last you were here in rebuilding it. Part of the roof is under construction, and you can see that many of the walls have, with a lot of effort, been brought back up again. And Ester, again, this is a brand new place for you, much like Cider. This is the first time you're really seeing a landlocked town. And for you, Cider, the smells are new. The sights are new. The feel of it all is new. There is no smell of salt in the air. Instead, there is a fairly warm and fairly earthy smell to everything around you as you take in all of these buildings, most of which are not much more than 2 stories high. And you can see every so often from small chimneys, smoke just drifting into the night air. As every so often you see birds and very occasionally bats just flickering through the night sky as Mank continues to turn the cart in the direction of the tavern. Is this the place that...
Yeah. Yeah, I got burnt down when we were here last.
Poor tree. What happened?
What? This thing here?
Yeah.
Well, I've only been to Brexton a couple of times, but as far as I'm aware, back when Mournveil was first founded, Mournmount and Everspire, they were 2 of the first to be built. But when they realized they needed a market town to connect all of them, they found this tree. And as they arrived, a lightning bolt came down from on high, split the tree in half. And they took it as a sign that they should build here, so they built around it.
Build where there's lightning. Okay, smart.
Cider's gonna look at his hands because he's had like lightning come out of his hands. He's like, "Whoa, can I do that?"
Mank just looks at you and, if you could refrain from doing so while we are in the cart.
Yeah, okay, so out of the cart, it's okay.
Good news is, this is a market town, so in the morning, if we need any other supplies, and Cider, if you need to pick anything up, we can grab it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
That's fine. You do have some money, right?
Thanks to you.
Okay, good. Right, so you lot know this Phylus chap?
Yeah.
Right. Good. Well,
You've been here before?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
Where I met Hazel, actually.
Oh,
And Ophelia.
really?
Mm-hmm.
How long time ago was that?
Really long time ago.
Must have been.
and as you're talking, the cart comes to a stop outside a small-looking building that looks newer than many of the rest around it. And you can see that at its front, there is just a lantern swinging above the door in the breeze.
I would knock.
So you watch as Ayleen walks forward, and as she knocks on the door, there is a brief pause before it opens, and standing in the door, you see a quite short, black-bearded dwarf who is wearing an apron and rolled-up sleeves, and he has fairly leathery skin as he just looks up and... Ayleen! And Hazel, I have not seen you in such a long time. What brings you back to Brechton?
We're just passing through. We're going south.
Where's you have more people with you? Where's Ophelia?
Ophelia is in Everspire.
She decided to stay in the end then.
Yes, turns out she was actually the daughter of the Counts of Everspire. Missing for a really long time. Yeah, it was a shock for us too.
To think I had a member of a noble family cleaning dishes for me.
Yeah.
So
But
you're
cleaning
looking...
dishes are easy.
Well-
Cider just speaks up.
I admire your passion for it, but not a lot of people would agree with you. I have difficulty finding employment most of the time for
They
people
just
who
don't appreciate the odd jobs. I do.
I do not believe we have met. My name is Phyllis. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Cider, and he like reaches his hand out.
Oh, my gosh, cider. Well, I certainly used to sell quite a little bit of cider back in the day before, my establishment burned down. But what about you? And he looks in your direction, Esther.
Hello, I'm Esther. Hi.
Hello, I am Phyllis Margaret. So are you looking for a place to stay at the moment?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, obviously, the Broken Tree Tavern is not quite up to scratch at the moment, but you always have a place to stay. It is quite small and quite cramped, but you are
okay.
welcome to sleep on the floor if you would like.
Thank you. How much is it per night?
For you, no trouble. You have done more than enough in the past, and honestly, it is just good to know that Ophelia is well. Have you had a chance to see much of her? Now she is in her new position of, I suppose, power.
Well,
That's a
let's say
complicated
that-
question, sir.
let's say that we split ways permanently.
Well, so long as you are all happy, that is all that matters.
Yeah, they're happy.
Good. And what about you? And Mank just leans down and, my name's Mank. Thanks for letting us stay. No, not a problem. It's fine. You can park a cart around the back if the rest of you want to come in while Mr. Mank does that. And would anyone like any food or anything like that?
Yes.
Lovely. You are enthusiastic about the dishes as well as food. I like you. I like
Yes.
this one. Come in. And as you step in, you are met with a fairly small and fairly cramped space. There is a stove off to one side, and you can see a table and chairs in the center, and there is a door that leads off into what looks to be a fairly humble-looking bedroom in the other room. And Phyllis just turns round to you all and just, I was just going to make a stew and perhaps rabbit and a little bit of basil in it. Does that sound amenable to you all?
Yeah, that's more than fine, thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Sounds so good.
So you say that you are traveling south. What takes you south? Are you visiting Everspire again, or?
Yes. We're just
Oh, you are.
visiting, yeah.
Well, what to visit Ophelia, or?
I don't think so. No, just show the kids around a bit. And then, yeah.
That's why we're here?
No.
Well, not here. We're just here on passing through Cider. We are still quite far in the north compared to where we're going.
Oh, I thought we were looking for a tower and a person who hunts monsters evidently.
Cider!
So cool.
Cider!
What?
We cannot speak of our mission, Cider.
Well, I mean, technically, it's not my mission.
It is.
It is. You're
with
part of the
us.
crew.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I guess I am now.
Okay, next time. Just
It's okay.
You didn't hear any of that, sir.
I will not tell anyone. No one pays much mind to a man with no tavern. But yeah, you go, and he starts to serve up the stew that's been boiling on the stove and just passes it around to you all. So you are simply traveling around Mournveil, sightseeing then.
well, we got a mission.
Cider's like covering his mouth.
It's okay, Cider. He knows now. I think he's nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we're not sightseeing,
So is this
but it is
work?
cool to see.
So is this work for your order of dawn, your order of monks? Is that what this is, or?
Actually, No. No, this is like a side hustle. We're looking for a friend.
Oh, who are you looking for?
A friend that went missing. I'm not sure if we can share the name, but...
You don't have to share anything that you are not comfortable with sharing. It is fine. But if I can be of any use while you're in Bracton, of course I can point you in any direction that you would like, and obviously...
Well, I would love to meet Ferris. Ferris.
Oh, you have heard of Farah?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ferris.
Yes,
Yeah.
she came to town a little while ago. What do you need to know about her?
I've just got a letter for her, so I just need to find her.
Well, she came to town by request of the captain of the Morning Guard, Captain Renhart. We've run into a little bit of difficulty recently, and it affects me insofar as the tavern being rebuilt. We are sending people out into the unnamed woods, but they have become a little bit more dangerous in recent days.
More dangerous? That was insanely dangerous last time we were there.
Yes. So as you can imagine, it has become a little bit outside our... how would you say it?
What kind of danger?
Like monsters.
Like big rats? Or like the tentacle creature?
Like murderous rats and murderous tentacle creatures.
Well, I mean, the rats and Gallaghers were pretty
It's like
murderous.
the tentacle creatures. Ugh.
But bigger.
Ugh.
Oh.
Would not go in the forest alone if I were you, Cider.
I mean, I don't really know the place, so I probably wouldn't either.
Smart.
But as a result, it has been more difficult to get resources and to hunt for food and all of that. And so we have resorted to outside help, and we have hired, Monster Hunter for Hire. It is what she does. But she mostly keeps to herself while she is here. I have not really spoken to her much. I have seen her pass through town once or twice.
Okay.
That's such a cool title.
Monster
I was
Hunter
known
sounds
as
super
Odd Job
cool.
Cider, the Rat Hunter.
Well,
Yeah.
that in itself is quite a how do you say, quite a cool title. It is nice.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So you have been given this letter personally, or?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can only tell you that while she is in and out of town, going to the woods on occasion, that you can mostly find her most mornings over at the stables. It is where she waits most of the time.
That makes sense.
But she is not the most friendly individual. I would do not take it personally if she is somewhat brusque with you.
That's okay. I'm used to that by now.
And at this, the door opens and Mank just goes, "I don't know what you mean." And he sits down at the table and takes a bowl. "So, Phyllis, you know this lot already then?" "Well, I know two. I know Ayleen and I know Hazel, but I am unfamiliar with Cider and Ester. But you have already made very good impression. So it is lovely to welcome you to my abode. But you say you are also looking for Tower, you say?"
No. Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, fair
Kids,
enough.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
we just need to speak to this monster hunter.
right. Well,
Yeah.
well, in the meantime, Cider, once you have finished, if you would like to help me do dishes, that
Yeah! Are you gonna pay me?
to make a persuasion check.
I mean, if I'm doing work. 5.
Yes, that is, you know how to hustle, little one. But no, I was not going to pay you. You seem to enjoy it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I might as well try, right?
well, no, absolutely. So, as for the rest of you, feel free to make yourself at home on the floor. If anyone would like to take a bed, it is small. I am small, but if you would like to take it, I am happy to sleep on the floor as well. Not a problem.
I'll take a floor. That's easy for me.
Okay,
I'm
well,
fine on the floor too.
In that case, Hazel, would you like to take a bed?
After I've had some rum, maybe?
No rum
Such-
for the child, please.
I was
Some
about to
wine?
say.
No,
I-
I don't know. Hazel told me she's an adult.
she's not.
I am an adult.
No, you're not, Hazel.
I mean, as someone who used to run an inn, I do not serve underage. So, unfortunately, Hazel, it will be a no from me, I am afraid.
Oh.
I'm gonna lean into
Okay.
Hazel and be like, "We can try to steal some."
Okay.
Okay, well, I will go set up bed and I will get some pillows for the rest of you. And yes, but in the meantime, please feel free to make yourselves at home. And with that, he leaves the table and makes his way into the other room. Is there
I
anything?
have a quick question for everybody. Because obviously I'm new. What are the rules? What can I not say?
Well, it's best to not tell people that you don't know what we're up to at any given time. So if you just meet someone, you don't share what you're going to do. Okay? You can share who you are, who you're with, but not what you're going to do.
There might be
If I
some
didn't
sneaky
share-
people.
Everything with y'all when I first met you, then you would have been dead. So, like, what if I'm saving people?
Well, you can tell them what they are doing that isn't smart, but you can just not say what you're
Oh.
going to do. Because sometimes there's bad people in the world, and if they want us to not save the world, then we need them to not know.
My
Yeah.
uncle's like that. He's a bad guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes we run into vampires and we just tell them everything. Apparently.
You know what, Mang? Do you want to
Did we?
talk about that? I feel like you're still not really sure that we made the right decision, even though it's very clear that we did.
What, trusting a bloodsucker? Why would I think that was a bad idea?
It's not about trust, it's about two evils and picking the lesser evil.
Hmm.
Plus, don't you want this to be fixed? Do you want to keep on going back to your friend DuPont for years and years and years until 200 years later maybe he has one single clue about a little detail that could help Mournveil? Or do you want to take a risk and actually help Mournveil in the near future?
Look, DuPont's been good to me. He's been good
I
to
don't
all
care
of us.
if DuPont's been good to you. That's not what matters. Doesn't matter when someone is nice to you. For all I care, that guy's gonna murder us all. I don't care as long as Mournveil is saved.
I'm only along so we can try and get Victor out of this mess. That is it.
Okay, well, can you
Right.
at least stop with the whole passive-aggressive vampire stuff? Because that's done, so it doesn't really help.
Alright, fine. No more vampire talk.
What's done is done. Let's go with that.
Fine.
Yes. It's okay, Mike. Don't worry.
And y'all have too many serious conversations. I'm gonna go help with dishes.
So, is there anything that anyone wants to do or any conversations anyone wants to have before sleep?
I wanna, when nobody's looking, climb out of the window and make my way out.
What?
Okay, so everyone goes to sleep. Is anyone staying on watch at all, or is everyone just fairly?
No. I feel like we're
I
all
would do
chilling.
one good sweep of the room to see if there's no rum hidden anywhere, and then I would go sleep.
Make an investigation check for me.
4.
You look around, and if there is any rum anywhere, it's definitely not very evident. You see that most of Phylus's fairly meager shelves are mostly filled with food and fresh goods. But I will say, after everyone has fallen asleep, Hazel, you are able to move over silently to the window and, looking around at all your friends sleeping on the floor around you, you hop out of the window and into the streets of Brecton.
I want to search the highest point. If I have like a tower that I can climb up. I want to have a view over the place.
So looking all around, you see that there is a small church further on into the town. And so making your way forward, you are met with this small stone tower. Like Brecton is one of the smaller settlements within Mournveil. And moving over to it, you can see that its doors are shut and no light comes from within. But you can see that high above, underneath a tall spire, there is a bell tower that sits silent as the grave. But you can see that atop this, you'll probably be able to get a fairly good vantage point.
Do I see a way that I can climb up to it easily?
I mean, looking around, like you can see it is fairly old. And you can see that a lot of the stonework is fairly uneven. And with much of the mixture between its bricks eroded over time, there are a lot of foot and hand holes. It will make it fairly easy to get up to the top.
All right, I'll climb up.
Okay. I won't make you roll for it, but I will say, like, you're able to just climb first up to the roof of the main building and then up, past the bell tower until eventually you're on the tall, slanted roof at its top, looking out over the horizon of Mournveil. The mist wall that surrounds the region off in the horizon, looming as tall as the clouds themselves and as far as you can see.
Just want to make me comfortable somewhere where I can see everything and just look around. I wonder where is the ocean, because that's where I'm from, but I don't see the ocean. I only see the wall. I see some kind. Can I see the water, the big lake?
So from here you can just about make out the edges of the pallid lake in the distance. It is faint, and even this is shrouded by fog, as much of Mournveil is at night. But you can see it just off in the distance, as well as the blinking lights of Witchall, where you first saw the lake.
Nothing in particular I see.
Nothing really. Like I say, you can see the edges of the lake, and you can see the unnamed woods towards the north, next to which resides the hut of Victoria, the woman that you met when you first came to Brecton, the card and fortune teller. You can see towards the west the Briar Woods, where you fought and defeated the witch hunters. And to the east you can see tall mountains, towering high above, being lost in the clouds themselves. And to the south, you can see in the distance the direction of Everspire.
So many adventures we've had already in such a small place. I take my bag of holding, which is endlessly big, and I take a bottle of rum out of it. And I drink it together with Jerry. I think Papa would be really proud if they would see us right now. He drank so much rum, and he told us never to touch it because we were too young. But look at us now. Even I don't know how old we are, but we do feel old now, don't we? After all these adventures.
Jerry just snuggles up next to you and just laps a little bit at the rum, and you just hear him give a little hiccup as he just
See,
just
that's why we're
you.
best friends. Do you think we'll ever get back to Neverwinter? We don't even know where to go. Jerry, can you look at me? Can you tell me, are you happy here after everything that happened and everything that we got to know? You don't miss the ocean, the ship, the wind, the waves, the salt water,
trying to find mermaids with me on the deck. And now we're here with these people and Cider. We have to find a new purpose. If being with our parents was not meant to be, what could it be then?
Just
Treasure?
Pops himself onto his hind legs and just like balances himself against your arm and just looks up at you, one of his ears just twitching, and he just cocks his head a bit and just...
New purpose? Do you
He
think
looks to the rum.
we're supposed to be heroes? You want to be a hero, Jerry? Yeah, I know. I want to be a hero too. Maybe one day we'll defeat the vampire. Because if we defeat him, he's the one with the sword. The sword is the reason my parents are dead. Do you think that's our purpose? To defeat the vampire? Maybe. I think it's quite a good idea. But we cannot let the others know, especially not Ayleen. She thinks the vampires are her friends. And she thinks she's also some kind of hero that brings light or whatever. I think she's a little deluded. She's a little strange. I have one more important question for you, Jerry. Do you like dog? No? No. I got that. You're smarter than dog. You know that, right? Yeah, you know that. I love you, Jerry. I cuddle Jerry.
Just buries himself against you, and you feel his paws just sort of dig into your arm a little bit as you sit there on the edge of the bell tower, your legs swinging over the side as night continues on. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before morning? Okay, so you wake, and Hazel, I'm assuming you sneak back before everyone wakes up.
Sorry, what?
I assume you sneak back before everyone wakes up?
No, I fell asleep there. I got too drunk.
Okay. So you all wake to the soft grey sunlight coming in through the cracks in the windows as Phyllis just walks over and opens up the shutters and turning around to you all, well, it is a new day, although we appear to have one missing.
Well, where's Hazel?
Oh, no,
Oh my
not
God.
again.
Yeah, she left.
Is this normal?
Unfortunately, yes. And I'm pretty sure there's rum involved.
Why didn't she wake me up? I'm her best friend. He's
Well,
like
she
looking all sad.
She probably wanted to be alone. Don't worry.
I would
She said a
quickly
lot in her
get
mind.
dressed and just go out to see if I can find Hazel.
As you do this, Mank, you see, did not sleep inside. He's currently stretching on the back of the cart, and as he looks at you coming out, he just goes, right, I'm going to go get some more supplies for us.
Have you seen Hazel?
What?
Have you seen Hazel?
No, I've
She's
not.
gone
Why?
again.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, I'm still going to go get supplies. And he jumps off the cart and starts walking off.
And Ayleen would also walk.
Did
quickly,
Max sleep
looking around.
outside?
Wait, is Esther following me?
Yeah, obviously. I think we all are following you.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess we are now.
Yeah.
I'm right on your heels.
As Mank walks away, you see the two of them just coming out of the door and seeing this small interaction.
We should split up. Meet here
Yeah.
in 10?
We could go scream a little bit. She'll.
I don't know time.
Okay.
A little bit is.
Do you know any songs, Cider?
I know a little bit. Maybe I kind of sing to the rats, but I don't know how long.
Do you know
the songs
Itsy Bitsy
are.
Spider?
I don't like spiders.
Do you know the song though?
It's a Bitsy Rats. Do you know that one?
I know that one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you sing Itsy Bitsy Rats
Okay,
about 100 times and then meet us here again?
that's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Smart.
Okay, he's gonna like just start
No
walking off,
clue.
and you just hear Itsy Bitsy Rats went down the sewage hole.
So as Cider walks off, what are the rest of you doing?
Walk in a different direction looking for Hazel.
Okay. So if everyone can just make perception checks for me as you're looking around.
Esther's sticking around at the cart, just chilling there.
16.
18.
Okay, so walking around and Cider, as you're just kind of like singing to yourself, you get a little more of a sense of the town around you. You see market stalls slowly beginning to be set out, and you get the impression that this is predominantly this is a place where merchants pass through, and it is a place where things are bought and sold. And as you look at the various stalls, you can see that the goods on offer are fairly meager, as most things are in Mournveil. You can see clothes, you can see food on offer, you can see trinkets here and there, most of which are very, very practical. But as you're walking around and taking in this, these surroundings, much of which is populated by people that are much, much taller than you are, as you just sort of walk around, occasionally losing track of your lyrics, and then, oh, no, there we go, and then worrying you've lost like 30 seconds, you continue walking around until eventually you see off in the distance a fairly small looking silhouette up atop the bell tower. And Ayleen, as you're walking through the streets as well, you find yourself next to this church, and looking up, you see the same figure much, much nearer.
Can I look around and see if I see Ayleen?
I'd say with your perception check, looking around, you can see Ayleen just a few streets over. Like I said, it's a fairly small town, but yeah, you can see her.
Ayleen! He's gonna run.
Hey!
Up there!
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, wait. I saw it first.
You did?
Yes. He's not sure.
Okay.
Anyway, I think she's up there.
Okay. I want to talk to her.
I will stay here on guard.
Okay. Really good idea.
Thank you.
And I would start climbing up.
Okay. I will make you roll an athletics check for me.
Yeah, I get that. I rolled 24. I think I'm good.
So you just looking around to make sure no one's really paying attention. You just start to scale the side of the church, making your way up. And you draw a couple of looks here and there, but most of which you notice upon seeing the garb of the monk that you wear, just sort of shrug and continue on. And Cider, you just stay there down at the bottom and occasionally just like nodding at people who are passing. But eventually, Ayleen, you make your way up to the bell tower, and you can see that next to a very, very empty glass bottle, you see Hazel curled up with Jerry, just sitting on the edge of the tower.
Hazel?
Hmm?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What are you
Oh.
doing up here?
I guess I fell asleep here. I wanted to see the view. I wanted to see if I could see the ocean.
Did you?
No.
It's
I don't
very
think we'll
far.
ever see the ocean again.
Don't say that. You don't know that.
We don't know where the ocean is.
We're working on it, right? That's what matters. We're working on it.
You think we'll see the ocean again?
We don't know, but we can try, right?
Will you sail with me if we do? I'm looking forward to that day.
It's gonna be fun. But first, gotta help the vampires get rid of the mist, else we can't go to the ocean.
Help the vampires, yes.
Mm-hmm.
How could I forget? Okay.
Have you been drinking again?
No. I'm gonna hide the bottle behind my back.
Yeah, but
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'd already seen that though.
I'll say make a deception check versus an insight check, and we'll see.
15.
What's that? Oh my god. That would be the first thing I would look for though. But okay.
Hazel seems fairly convincing. You're not sure what the empty bottle next to her is, but like she seems like she's telling the truth.
Alright.
I was just sleeping here.
Can you tell me next time when you're leaving? Because we are all worried. Yeah?
I'm sorry. I planned to come back, but the view was just so beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
And I was really tired.
Mm.
Cider has such energy. It's so draining sometimes.
Well, but
He's like at the bottom of the tower, just kind of bouncing around.
You look down, both of you, and you just see like this sort of bobbing silhouette down below.
it's nice though, right?
Yeah. How did you climb up here?
Mm-hmm. I'm a monk, of course I can climb up. I'm
You
really
keep
good
surprising me. Yeah, you're quite good.
But so are you,
Maybe we
because
should-
you got up here too, no?
Yeah, but I'm a rogue. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should duel again sometimes.
I don't think that's a good idea, considering last time you sliced me open pretty bad.
But that was fun though.
Not for me, it wasn't. It was fun while we were fighting with sticks, but you started really hurting me, it was not fun anymore.
Okay, fair enough. We'll keep our energy to fight the monsters.
I think
I think there's more to come.
Mm-hmm. But are you okay though, Hazel? After everything that you've been through.
It's been really tough.
Mm-hmm.
But
get
I
that.
guess... I mean, Cider told me I'm not a bad person.
You're not. You are definitely not a bad person.
But I feel so bad about what happened. I didn't mean to kill my parents. I mean, I couldn't even remember. I was not even myself.
Well, maybe it wasn't you then.
No, it wasn't me.
I don't
But it
think
was another side of me, a part of me. I don't like that part.
Or maybe you remember wrong. You think that could be?
I remember wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But then where are my parents?
I don't know. Could be that they died, but that it wasn't you.
But the visions I had with the sword,
Mm-hmm.
you think that's a lie?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Yes, it does. If my parents are out there, I want to see them.
Hazel, I'm gonna be very honest with you right now. I do believe that your parents are dead. And I've been thinking that for a very long time, and I'm very sorry. But I do not think that you were the one who killed them. And if you were, then I think you were possessed by this sword. Just like how we ended up fighting last time, remember? Because the sword told us?
Yeah, the sword is so bad. I'm glad it's gone.
Exactly.
I'm glad it's not here anymore.
Me too. But don't blame yourself, it was never you. Even if it was actually not.
I understand.
Can we go back down?
Yeah, we do. I'm really hungry. Could use some bacon.
Yeah, let's go.
So as you climb down, and Cider, you see your friends descending the edge of the tower. Ester, back at the cart, you see Mank coming back with a small basket of extra supplies, and he just nods at you as he approaches and deposits them in the back of the cart.
Hey,
Hey.
did it go good? Did you find anything?
Yeah, I found some stuff which should probably keep us for at least a couple of days.
Yeah. I was not expecting Cider to turn up like this. It's a fun surprise.
Yeah, fun is a word for it.
Oh, you don't. What? You don't like it? What?
Cider's fine.
Okay.
He's brings some much needed levity, I think.
What's? You seem so. You're so sad about this Victor guy. It makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong? What is it? What? Who is Victor even for you? Or maybe you like to talk about money instead, because you seem like more eager to talk about your money than about him.
Make a persuasion check.
Where is it? That was 6.
He looks at you and just maybe another time.
Well, we're gonna find out when we find him, which we will at some point. Don't worry about that.
Well, speaking of, how are you feeling about going back home?
Shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm nervous. I'm super nervous.
I mean, how likely is it that we're going to see your tribe?
They will most likely know as soon as we enter the forest. They got eyes everywhere in that forest. Yeah, I mean, I should know. I was one of them. I was one of the rangers outside. So they will know right away. And I hope they leave me alone, and I hope I can lead them alone.
Well, if they're half as dangerous as you are, I would wish the same thing.
They're quite dangerous.
Mm.
I don't think they would hurt me, no.
But the rest of us are fair game.
Oh, you guys are good too. Don't worry. No, it's fine. It's fine. They wouldn't hurt you. They wouldn't. They're peaceful. They're peaceful. Don't worry. Yeah.
So did you ever hear much about... Obviously you lived outside of the town limits, but... You know, the rest of the world hasn't really heard from the inside of the town of Hartstead for a while. Do you know what happened inside? Any whisperings?
I have no idea. I was never there. We were never in there. And we didn't see, any reason to really speak to them. They were just another... Our tribe learned to make peace with them as just a part of the forest. Just like, the nature and the animals in a sense.
Sounds peaceful.
It was very peaceful. Yeah. What came out of those walls were usually not a lot, especially in that town. So, whatever happened to your friend, the forest is nice. It's kind to strangers still. Like, it's not a bad forest, so don't worry. He's gonna be fine.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well, the rest of us have your back.
I'll just hide in the bag of oranges like Cider did or something.
Yeah. Well, like you say, fun surprise.
Yeah. Maybe Dog can protect me. I don't know.
And Dog just stands on the back like...
Yeah. It's big and strong.
As you stand there, you see the other 3 coming down the street back in your direction. And Mank just waves at you all. Right, so we have extra supplies for extra hungry children.
Thank you.
That's all right. Not a problem.
It's okay, I'm not that hungry. Stomach growls.
How much do we owe you?
It's fine. I've recently been paid, so...
He's got
Sorry.
money.
Thank
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Gosh, you've gotten nicer since the last time I met you.
Right? I don't know. Something happened.
He met me.
True.
Yeah, I lost at a thumb war. I'm a humbled man now.
You know, sometimes it just takes a thumb war.
Yep, sometimes. So, we have anything else to do before we leave?
Yes, I still have that letter to deliver. It will be quick.
Oh,
Well, I'm happy to stay by the cart if you're doing that.
oh, I want to go. I want to meet the monster hunter. That's
Wait,
so
me
cool.
too.
That's so
Like jumping
cool.
up and down.
Hazel?
I just go grab some bacon.
We can eat bacon with you.
I'll just prefer to go alone.
Hmm.
I'll,
Esther taps Hazel's hand.
it's okay. If you three go ahead, I'll make sure she just has bacon.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's right. And he just turns and gives you a small wink, Hazel. Right, see you back in.
See you, man. See you, Hazel.
Yeah, so, liquor store, huh?
Well, it would be very, very irresponsible of me to tell you where the liquor store was, and it would be even more irresponsible for me to tell you that most of their supplies are kept round the back. And furthermore, it would be incredibly irresponsible of me to tell you that it is just on the other side of the market square.
Yeah. Noted.
If you get caught, though, wasn't me.
No, I'll be fine. I'll be right back. You want something?
Pick me up a nice whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Welcome.
So, as Hazel walks off, and we will get back to that, the rest of you, as you walk through the town, the three of you moving through the fairly sparse population, occasionally passing carts that trundle by, and making your way through the narrow streets of Brecton. Eventually you come to some stables, and you see a collection of fairly sturdy-looking horses standing amongst heaps of dirty hay and piles of grey apples as they graze and eat. But next to this, on the other side of the fencing, next to the street itself, leaning back on a chair, with her feet up on an upside-down bucket, you see a figure with a wide-brimmed hat over her face. And she wears a long brown trench coat, underneath which you see a dark waistcoat that you see is covered in silver daggers and vials of different liquids. Her boots end in metal spurs, and from underneath her hat you see wavy black hair cascading down to her waist, and propped up next to her you see what looks to be a very, very large crossbow.
Excuse me, are you Farah?
If you are looking to employ me, I warn you now that I do not come cheap. And she just raises the brim of her hat to observe you all, and you are met with two bright eyes, one of which is green, and the other is blue, and light brown skin of her approximately 40-year-old face illuminated in the dull sky's light. And I already have a couple of jobs.
Yeah, about that, I was sent by DuPont. Was I sent by DuPont? Out of character question.
So the letter was given to you by one of the traders.
Right.
In Renoras.
Sorry, yes. My bad. I did not say that. I have a message for you from Renoras.
What kind of a message?
It's about the tower.
So you have been reading my correspondence, have you?
No.
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
to be fair, I opened it.
Cider! Hey, Esther!
But she knew already.
I
Like,
literally was
it's
just
out.
gonna. Oh my goodness gracious,
Can't-
guys!
can't
you
trick
can't
her.
Me.
You see
take
those-
anywhere?
You see those eyes? They're so piercing. Like,
Fine, yes, we
She
read your
knows.
stupid letter.
It wasn't the adult, it was the kid.
I get the impression that you are new at this.
Well, I'm not, but these two
No, we're not.
people
Are you sure about that,
are-
monk?
I mean, I kind of am.
Do you want to know about the message, or should we just leave?
You mentioned the tower.
Mm-hmm. Yes? Interested?
Yes, I am.
All right. The tower has been spotted in the Mountains of Grimm's Arm. It's gonna move soon, probably.
Have you been told to tell me anything else?
That's all there was in the letter.
Yeah, just that you should have acted. You should act quickly, and that this news came from passing traders.
Okay. Well, if that is everything, then I suppose our business is done.
I don't think so. I'm very interested in that tower, as I've been in that specific tower before.
I see that you are a comedian as well as a monk.
She's not that funny.
I had got that impression already.
She's funny. Yeah.
Why is that so hard to believe? That was my very first task. Have you been in a tower before? Or are you a
Persuasion
little
check.
bit less experienced than I am? Sorry, was it persuasion?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a 3.
Darn it.
She looks at you and just... Nice try.
Have
But
you?
I have my own business with the tower. And I have been searching for it for a long time, and I believe that is perhaps all that I am willing to share with you.
I would bring some flamethrowers with you. Or anything with magic, basically. Because there's a lot of spiders that you'll have to face. And then a lot of riddles once you go up.
I do not have magic, but I do have silver. And I have potions. And they have served me very well so far.
You're not gonna find any vampires in there. If that's what you're looking for.
It is not.
And you think you're gonna fight the spiders with just a few silver?
It is not spiders that I am looking for.
Well, that's
Monk.
what you're gonna have to fight through if you want to make it in at least the first floor. And then there's gonna be a whole room full of riddles, moons, circles, doors.
I am already aware of this.
Believe me now?
Perhaps. So why don't you tell me more about this tower, if you have been in there so recently?
It's gonna cost you.
She just sort of looks at you, and she stands, and the spurs on the back of her boots just clink a little bit. And as she stands, you realize quite how tall she is, as she just looks down at you, the brim of her hat covering her face in shadow, even as her eyes just gleam out. You are quite a mercurial little one, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's right.
Trust me, it is.
Nice. I'll take it.
Because he does not know compliments at all.
So is this child your manager?
Yes.
No,
she
but they're
is.
lucky to have me.
Listen, we're looking for a friend, and we think that he might have been lost in there. Or at least close to it. We're not sure.
So what are you hoping that this is a joining of?
No, definitely not. I do not want to go to that tower again. I just want to say that if you do find people there, or remains of like recent remains, I guess, or people stuck in the spider webs like last time, help them out.
It is my business to help people. It is how I make my money. So, if I find anyone in there, I will do my best.
You're not going with her?
No, we're going to the forest.
Oh, I was curious.
You are a monk of the Order of Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a lot of your people. They seem like good people.
Your point being...
No point. Just an observation.
Thanks.
You're welcome. See, you are not one for taking compliments particularly well.
Well, you were a bit hostile.
I'm professional. There's a difference. Is that everything that you have to tell me?
I guess.
Good. Then I will set off as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Okay.
What monsters do you hunt?
Whatever I am paid to. Trolls, werewolves, giant bats, that sort of thing.
Oh,
I see that bow on your back.
yeah.
You know how to use it?
Yeah, I've hunted giants. I used to do that a lot.
Giants.
Yeah,
I have not had the pleasure of hunting a giant before.
yeah. There's a couple of them.
I hear they make dangerous prey.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have no idea.
No, I do not.
Stay away from them, I would say. Stay far away from them, at least. As far as you can. At the same time while you're shooting them. I guess.
Well, as you can see, in terms of shooting, and she picks up her crossbow, and you can see that there is a contraption in the center of it that looks like it has multiple bolts in what looks to be sort of almost a Gatling gun formation. It looks like it is an automated crossbow, and she just pats it, and I have that sorted.
Oh, what is that?
This is custom made.
Oh,
It is an automatic crossbow. It means I do not have to reload.
Mank's crossbow has nothing on this one. That's cool.
Is Mank another one of your party, and is he as young as this one?
No, Mank is older than
He's
me.
old.
He's the oldest one of us.
Thank you for bringing me this, and thank you for a heads up as well.
Too bad we can't join. Maybe next time.
Perhaps if giants are involved.
Yeah. Should we go, Ayleen? Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Ayleen really quickly as they're like walking away. What did we accomplish?
Yeah, nothing. That didn't go as I hoped.
Oh.
Well, wait. What did you want?
I'm not sure,
try.
actually. Just some helpful information, or...
About the tower?
I mean, you're gonna go, right? You don't need to listen to her.
The tower? No.
We should have
Why
joined.
not?
I feel
Because
like
we
we should
have to
join her. Think that would be
Why?
Why
She's-
not?
She's so cool.
Like,
I wanna
how is that
see
gonna
she
help
works.
us?
Ah, yeah.
I don't know.
Plus, we need to find Victor as soon as possible.
Maybe he's at the tower.
Maybe he's dead before we can find him.
That could be
If we-
true.
Before we can find him, because we went to a tower first.
Maybe
And
he's
what
in
if
the tower.
What if the tower
That's what I
moves when we're in it?
Yeah.
Then that's a quick trip to wherever else.
Yeah, and then Victor's dying.
I don't even know who Victor is.
Well, I don't know either, but he seems important to Mank, and Mank is our friend.
It's Mank's best friend, I think. I don't know.
I guess I don't want to see him any more sad than he already is. in
Yeah.
life.
He's really sad. We need to find Victor.
Why don't we let Mank decide then.
Okay.
So, as you're walking across town, back in the direction of Phylus's abode, Hazel, you walk across the market square, and in the distance, you see a small shop. Outside, there is a stall upon which you see a variety of bottles and flagons, and you can see that there is wine, and there is rum, and there are other spirits besides. But as you approach, and other stalls do business around you, what are you doing?
You did.
I sneak into an alleyway without anyone seeing me.
Okay, so make a stealth check for me, please.
17.
So you walk forward, and just looking around, you just suddenly dart into a nearby alleyway, and disguised by a passing cart, it is as though you disappear from view entirely as you duck into one of the nearby alleys.
I want to cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
And I turn into a dwarf lady.
Okay. So...
of legal age.
So you find yourself sort of shimmering and growing a little bit as all around you, this facsimile of still short by comparison to many of the other people in Brecton, but certainly taller than yourself, dwarven lady, sort of appears as a shimmer all around you. And looking at your hands, larger than your own, and sort of looking around with this strange face that shimmers over your own, you are now a dwarf lady.
Very nice. I hide Jerry in my hair. And I sneak into the store. What do I see?
So, sneaking in, you see that it is fairly simple. There is a desk out front, behind which you can see what looks to be a small lockbox of money. You can see an individual behind this, and he is fairly elderly. He's got sort of tufts of white hair on his chin and large sideburns. Not much hair on top. He's thinning quite a bit. But you can see that behind this, and indeed around the entire shop, there are just rows and rows and rows of different coloured bottles. Bottle glass green and red liquids, and you can see brown and clear liquids as well. And you can see that off to one side, just behind the desk, you can see that there is a small open door with what looks to be a curtain separating the main body of the shop from whatever lies behind.
Hi. How are you doing?
Hello. How can I help you?
I am just looking for some whiskey.
Yes,
And
of course.
rum, you have that?
Yes, we do. We have a variety of rums over there, and the whiskey is just on the far wall over there.
Is that your best one?
Well, I would recommend we have the Mournveil draft, which is an especially fine whiskey, and as for the rum, we have that over there is from Witchshaw. They have a particularly fine distillery over there.
Sounds very good. I send Jerry off my shoulder to make some noise in the back.
Okay, make a performance check for me.
Performance. 13.
There is a scuttle, and you barely see Jerry as flicks across the floor in the shadows, and you see the curtain just like flick a little bit underneath, and then there is just a as you hear pans and metal behind you. Just pardon me, I will be right back. And he just hobbles out, pushing the curtain to one side and disappearing from you, leaving you alone in the shop.
I take everything I can.
Okay,
I want to have minimum of 5 rum, 3 wines, and 2 whiskey.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check for me, please.
11.
11. You grab a few, you're able to grab the wine bottles, and as you're reaching up for the rum, you just hear a voice coming, right, I'm not quite sure what that was, and you can see the curtain slowly beginning to open again. What are you doing?
I cast sleep.
Okay, does he need to, like, make a save, or... Oh, no, so yeah, just roll 5d8 and see if it
Roll
affects.
5d8. The total is how many hit points of creature the spell can affect.
Yes, I assure you, he does not have much.
Oh.
24.
He just hobbles out, and as he does so, he just, I'm not entirely sure what that... Hey, what are you... And just falls asleep, and just, you see him disappear behind the desk, and you see one of his feet just twitch a little bit in almost immediate REM cycle. And as you do this, you just hear, as Jerry just comes out of the curtain, just looks at him, and then at you, and...
Yeah, good job, Jerry. Come back in the bag, and we're gonna take all the wine we see, all the rum we see. I have the bag of holding, so I just...
So, as you spend the next couple of minutes just popping, I mean, I'm assuming everything into the bag?
And before I go out... No, I keep my disguise on. I walk back into the alley. When nobody sees me, I'll just disguise, like, drop it, the disguise.
So you walk out of this very, very empty shop, and sort of with the bag next to you...
Wait.
Oh.
There was a lockbox on the counter, right?
There was, yeah.
Can I...
This poor fucking guy. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can. As you just, like, you walk over, and as you reach, you just hear a... It's ticklish. And you just reach over, and it doesn't appear there's much in the lockbox, and you just take it nevertheless, placing it in the bag of holding, and you slip on out. And I will say that inside you find 4 gold, 7 silver, and 3 copper.
This poor guy.
I know, it's his life saving. Sam, let's not question it. So you walk out, and Jerry, sort of on your shoulder, you just bring your hand in front of your face, and the disguise just disappears in the alleyway. As you walk away with this bag, none the lighter, none the noisier, back in the direction of the cart.
I whistle while I walk back towards Mank.
So as you do so, Mank just looks over and... Any look?
You could say that. Thank me later. Watch out for Ayleen, though. She'll take it from us.
Oh, okay. And as he sort of looks at you, the 3 of you come back to the cart and see Mank and Hazel just stood there, looking at one another. As Mank looks up, you deliver your letter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So we've done everything we came here to.
Well, I had a question for you, Mank. Because there is a big chance that your friend Victor is missing because of the tower being there. Do you want to investigate that? Or do you just want to go to Hardstead and be done with it? The thing is, if you do want to figure out, like if we do go to Hardstead and he's not there, and we then go look for the tower might have moved. But if we do first go to the tower, we might be wasting time finding your friend if he's not in the tower.
You said that Grimm's arm is on the way to Hardstead, right?
If we go straight south, yes, but we cannot go to Espire then. So we'll have to go straight from here to the tower, then to Hartstead, and then we probably need a little bit more food because that's going to be more than a few days.
So we're likely going to be traveling on the road and sleeping in the wilderness.
Yes.
Nice.
But we'll save a lot of time.
You should have seen the monster hunter, Meg. She was really cool.
How did she
She had
look
cool
like?
eyes.
She was so cool. She was like as tall as me and like cool weapon.
She had a
Was she
blue
an
eye and
elf?
green eye.
I think she was an elf. I think so. I didn't see. She had a big hat.
So our choices are, we either go the long way, and the safer way, Everspire, then the Heartland Forest in Hartstead, or we go through Grim's Arm and make our way that way, and potentially find some answers.
Yes.
We could talk to the monster woman at the same time. Maybe she can help us out if we would go.
Is she joining?
If we go to the tower, she was going there anyways.
We'll meet her at the tower.
I'm self-aware enough to know that I am more emotionally invested in this than the rest of you. So anything that gets us there quicker, I am for, but it's up to you.
Well, considering that we just decided that it was going to be up to you, I think we're going to take the route down to Grim's Arm.
Adventure!
Okay,
That's
mysterious
cool.
moving tower it is then.
Yay!
I will get a little bit more food and supplies for the road because it's going to be a little bit longer without another town. But it shouldn't take long.
Okay.
Shouldn't we invite the woman?
I mean, you can if you want, but I don't think she works in a team.
He's going there anyway. We'll probably see
She's
her.
so cool.
Right.
Should we maybe recruit someone that knows magic at all? Does this person know magic?
No.
I know magic.
You know magic?
Yeah.
Did you see Cider with like with the hands?
Thank you, Esther.
Yeah, it was cool.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Right. I'll get us some more food and supplies. And then we'll meet here, say, an hour?
Works for me. Sooner we get off, the better.
Alright. See you soon, guys.
Has Cider noticed his pursuers following at all?
Make a perception check for me.
Can I do investigation?
If you would like to, yeah, that's okay.
Okay, 13.
Looking around the town, and suddenly, like, this thought coming to your mind and going, oh, yeah, I should probably, like, check. You look around, and everything is very dull and very brown and very grey. But you see no red. You appear to be alone for now. So, Ayleen, for you, I will say it'll probably cost you around 5 silver to get the rest of the supplies that you'll need for the journey.
Will I also be noticing any empty shops?
Make a perception check for me.
15.
You look around and you see, like, a number of shops are fairly bare, and you see that a lot of them, the windows themselves are quite, like, misty and muggy and dirty and grimy. You can't really see a lot or ascertain a lot. You notice that, like, a few of the shops are quieter than others, but that's probably the extent of it, I'd say. You don't see, like, a completely barren liquor store, though, I would say.
Damn it.
So,
Alright.
having bought your supplies, you head back to the cart? Okay. So, seeing you return, Mank just sits up on front and Right, so children in the cart, adults on horses.
Wait, we have horses? Didn't we only have 2 donkeys? Or did we
They
have 2 donkeys and 2 horses?
Yes.
Aha. Yeah, I'll take a horse.
I'll take a horse then as well.
I'll sit in the back.
Yeah, Cider's sitting in the back and he's kind of like laying down, just like staring at the sky.
Yeah. Take care of dog now, Cider.
Okay.
And she places dog beside Cider.
He like tries to grab him over to lay next to him.
You keep like doing that thing with puppies where you try and like sit them down in a particular position and they just like writhe around a bit and, then and as you're preparing to leave, the door to the building opens and Phyllis just comes out and so you're on your way then.
Yes, we'll be leaving south now. Thank you so much.
Still headed to Everspy?
No, actually not. We are going down to Grimm's Arm, which is a different route. Yeah.
Well, if you ever find yourself passing through, do you mind if I give you something?
Okay.
I do not want to make habit of you being delivering
It's
service.
fine. I don't mind. It's fine.
Well, it is, and he's rather sheepishly looks at a folded up piece of paper in his hand, and if you can deliver to Ophelia, it would be nice for me.
Oh, that's
Right.
awkward, sir.
Why is it
Thank
awkward?
you. It's
No
not.
way.
They don't like Ophelia, really.
Ophelia lied.
Oh. Oh.
Really cannot
Oh.
take him anywhere. I'll see to it. Thank you.
You're not a freaking pigeon, Ayleen.
It's fine, Hazel. I'll see
Everyone
to
asks
it.
you to bring stuff.
I don't care. It's
If
fine.
it is easier,
it's
I
fine.
can.
Thank you so much. This is the least we could do
I
after
can
sleeping
pass
in
it.
your house. It's totally fine. Thank you.
I can pass it along if that's. I'm the only one I see. Me and Cider, I guess, are the only ones not hating Ophelia. I guess.
I don't even know her.
I'm friends with Ophelia. What are you talking about?
It didn't seem like that when you said.
She nearly got us killed.
Yeah, it sounded on you like you never wanted to see her again.
But Ayleen is even friends with the vampires.
It's true.
Anyway, thank you
Eileen's
so
got
much.
cool
I'll see to it, sir.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I hope you have good journey. Safe travels.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
It was good to meet you, and you too, Esther, and Mank, and Ayleen, and Hazel. Look after yourselves, please.
It'll be good. Do I see Bill somewhere?
You see, like, as you look over towards the entrance gate, you can see that Bill is standing to attention by the bridge, and you can see that he is currently in discussion with the captain of the guard, Dinah Renhart, as they just discuss, and she just sort of nods and starts to make her way back towards the city guard barracks, and Bill just sort of stands back to attention.
Hey, Bill. And I do like a post him.
Hey, leaving so soon?
Yes, we're done here for now. We have a world to save.
I don't doubt it, miss. I do not doubt it. Well, I hope you manage to save us soon, and hope we'll have you back anytime soon.
We'll see each other soon. And I look, nobody's looking. I reach into my bag and I give him one bottle of rum.
Make a sleight of hand check for me, please.
28. Oh, isn't that 20?
Damn.
Oh, Bill.
You just, like, looking behind at Ayleen, you just... And it almost appears in Bill's hand so quickly, he almost doesn't register it for a moment, and then he just... Oh, Miss Hazel, I really shouldn't on shift, but,
Blow him a kiss. And bye.
So you so, Miss Hazel.
Bye, Bill.
And as you ride away, and as the cart goes off, you just hear from behind his back just a very distinct, as you just hear a cork fall to the ground, and he just Move along. As the cart continues making its way out. And as it does so, off in the distance, you can make out another individual. On horseback, riding ahead, wide-brimmed hat, casting quite stark silhouette. And over the back of the horse, you can see a number of different satchels and bags, and you can see hanging off several metal implements that are just jangling. And you can see rope, and you can see traps, and you can see what look to be herbs and different vials. This animal is covered in this individual's worldly belongings as Farah just rides ahead of you, unaware of your presence behind her. Some way away, but she's riding ahead nonetheless.
I think that's the monster hunter.
Farah! It's her! Let's go talk to her.
She's so cool.
It's Farah. Oh my gosh, she's so cool.
Can we talk to her, Ayleen?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Esther,
We're like hopping
Esther.
off the cart.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
We're catching up first, I think.
Esther kicks her horse.
It's running quicker than the horse.
Yeah.
Go!
So make athletics checks, both of you, to see how this plays out.
12. Wow, I'm rolling so poor.
17, let's go. Well, Esther's on a horse. Not
Take
you,
me on
so-
your horse.
Okay, come on, Cider.
So as you're riding, and you see Cider just like running with quite small legs ahead of you, you just kind of like reach down and scoop Cider up and just bring her onto the front of your horse so that you're riding together. And as you do so, you just see, almost instinctively ahead of you, Farah just turn her head, and just you see her reach for one of the knives on her waistcoat as she just turns around, and then seeing the both of you, fancy seeing you all the way out here.
We like look like fans. Like we're like beaming. Just like, hi! Are you going to the tower?
That was the plan, yes.
We are too.
We're gonna join you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, our friends wanted to come too, so.
Yeah,
She
totally.
Yeah.
she turns around and just sees the rest of your group just approaching on cart, and she's like, there are quite a lot of you. Quite
Yeah.
a lot of...
So we can help.
Do you usually have quite so many animals with you?
They do. We do.
He's not sure if like we're a we yet.
Yes.
We just happened to pick up some friends along the way, you know, of our travels. So this dog and Hazel has Jerry, little rat, and
Yeah, I've been caught an animal, so
Yeah,
it's like there's
Cider.
another.
yeah. Cider is our little.
I have one
monkey.
question which is pertinent. You have that bow.
Yes.
Both the children, do they know how to use weapons?
Yes.
I have hands.
Yeah.
He's like gonna spark up a little bit of his lightning.
This.
At this, you see Farah just cock her head a little bit, and looking at the sparks, just... There's more to you than meets the eye, I see.
Yes. I think.
And Mank is good at horsebowing, and Hazel is also really good at fighting, so don't worry.
We've got your back. Or your
Yeah.
front. Or your side.
I suppose it will do no harm to be traveling with people who are familiar with this tower.
Yeah, Ayleen knows, I think.
Yeah. I have no idea what it is.
Ayleen, do you know? You know, right?
Have I caught up yet?
I think by this stage, yeah.
Yeah.
Farah's slowed down suitably.
Sorry, what?
You
The
know about
tower.
the tower, yeah?
Yes, Hazel and I have been in there.
Okay. Hazel
You know, if you
knows them.
listened the first time, ma'am, you would have paid attention to Ayleen saying that they've been there and they could help.
He has no idea if he's coming across rude.
You get the impression from her face. You are. As she just looks at you and...
I mean,
He just looks away.
All I ask is that you do not get in my way, all of you. But I suppose there is strength in numbers. Has anyone here been to Grimm's Arm before?
I know of Grimm's. We didn't really walk outside the forests, but close, at least.
Well, all I will say is that we must be careful. It is a dangerous place,
Yeah.
full of dangerous creatures, all of which will be looking to kill or otherwise maim us.
well, we're dangerous creatures too.
I do not think that the match scares you, little one. Am I correct in that?
Yes! No, wait. Ask that again.
Does much scare you?
No. No.
That is not always a wise answer.
Yes, then.
Smart. Good change.
Sorry, I couldn't think last time.
Well, in that case, I suppose introductions are in order. My name is Felicia Farah.
Ooh, Felicia. That's cool.
That's a really cool name. I'm Cider. No last name. Just Cider.
Where are you from, Felicia?
I am not from here.
Me too!
Are you an elf?
No, and she points at her very rounded ears. I am as human as your monk friend.
You're very tall. For a human.
And how about all of you? You say you are not from here? Cider, was it?
Yes. Wait, he's gonna like lean into Esther. Should I be telling her this?
Yeah, you can tell her.
From Gallagherst.
I hear they have been having some trouble recently.
Well, I mean, it kind of got solved because of me and my friends.
Us.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
fixed
the-
it.
And the rest of you, are you also from Gallagherst?
Come on, guys. Ayleen? Hazel?
I mean,
Introduce
you
yourself.
know where I'm from, right?
Well, I do not know where you are originally from, and I imagine that you probably don't know that either.
All that matters is that I'm from the monastery. The name's Ayleen.
And your name was Hazel, was it?
Maybe. I don't know you. So, why would I tell you?
She's cool. Don't worry, Hazel.
She looks cool,
Cider agrees.
but I don't know you.
In that case, you are the wisest of your group.
I do not
For
disagree.
a change.
Well, I look forward to seeing how you work.
Are you a hunter or what's your specialization?
I specialize in hunting monsters that are too dangerous for other people. There's a lot of coin in it, as you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Like my kind of job.
Monster hunter, huh?
I am a monster hunter, yes.
I want to be a monster hunter too.
Yeah, see?
What monsters have you faced before?
I faced off against trolls before. I have faced off against harpies.
We as well.
Yeah, so have we.
Yeah.
Not monster hunters.
And on occasion, werewolves and hags as well. Hags I have found are most dangerous. They are cunning, clever.
Not all of them.
How do you mean?
Not all of them are bad. Some of them are good people. Hiding.
If you say so, this world is full of grays. It is not black and white.
Have you killed a vampire before?
I have come close, but never actually done it.
I have.
You fought with one?
I have.
There's a lot of stupid forest ones around the forests here.
Giants and vampires. There's no end to your skill, it seems.
It's not about skill, it's about how sharp your arrows are. Seems like.
Don't
And how-
underestimate Ester. She is really quick on her feet and very quick with her bow.
Help take out a sea monster.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Perhaps this will be a useful alliance after all.
We won't let you down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what she said.
And are these children on their way to your monastery?
What? No.
It's none of your
No.
business.
Wait, no, it's kind of my business. He yells at Ayleen.
Well, we're going south now, Cider. The monastery is north. Also, there's nothing wrong with the monastery. It's a fun, cool place,
yeah.
remember?
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I do like
did
fun,
say
cool
that.
places.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in my relatively short time here, I am still becoming accustomed to everything.
Where are you from?
Make a persuasion check.
Are you?
Why?
I'm gonna do it too, because if it fails...
Oh, 11. Why? And I had one good roll.
Oh, never mind.
Somebody else.
I'll do it too then.
Fan alltså.
She looks at all your respective faces and just goes, like I say, not from here.
She's like Monk.
I
Doesn't
think
wanna say
she's more like Hazel. You heard of a place called Neverwinter?
Where did you hear that name?
Nowhere.
What's Neverwinter?
I know someone who came from Neverwinter.
It's just stories.
What do you mean you know someone who came from there?
Someone came from Neverwinter. Not too...
Can I punch Ayleen in the stomach really, really hard?
Make an attack roll.
Why does this
Not
keep
again.
happening?
23.
You just feel this to one side, and you just see Hazel just over the edge of the cart, just like giving you a look.
I think we talked enough. Nonsense.
Ooh. You have a lot of cool things. Fair.
They come in useful. And you see her just looking first at you, Ayleen, and then at you, Hazel. Let's get going. We have a lot of ground to cover before dark.
Yes, ma'am.
Good idea.
He's like fangirling so hard.
And with that, Farah just turns her horse, and with one final glance at Hazel, just starts to lead the way. And Mank just looks at all of you. Well, she seems nice.
Right, man?
I like her.
Yeah.
It's nice to have another adult around, wouldn't you say, Ayleen?
Ayleen says nothing and she's just like staying behind the group. Not communicating whatsoever.
I'm pretty much adult too. I just.
Is Ayleen zoning out?
She's not zoning out, but she's definitely not in the mood to talk right now.
So, as the cart continues southwards,
Could
and
I
as
Could I use this time to read the letter that was meant for Ophelia?
can,
Ooh.
and as you ride on, and as the mountains loom, and they get closer and closer, you slowly open it up, and you break the very sort of simple seal. It will be fairly easy, you think, to cover this up. But it just says, "Dear Ophelia, I have heard your news. I must say it is a surprise. But perhaps at the same time, not. It always struck me as different. As though you never quite belonged. I hope you have found a place where you do belong now. The tavern is not yet complete, and I am sure that when it is, it will feel quite empty without you, but know that for however many fancy meals and drinks and parties that you have in Everspire, you're always welcome back, should you want. And it is good to see that your friends are doing well. I hope that, despite this new life that you have found, you will still be able to see them. I know we only knew each other a brief time, but they're good people. Just as you are. Hopefully I will see you soon, but if I do not, know that I am glad that you have found some happiness in this dark, grey world. Your friend, Faus.
And after I read that, I would just like wipe some tears and just like carefully fold it again and just stay behind the group, but even a little bit on a distance, I think.
So you continue on, wiping away the tears as you ride south, riding in the direction of the Grimm's Arm mountain range. And that is where we are going to end this week's session.
Ooh.
So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to everyone who donated as well. And we're going to be back again with our regular schedule once more next Thursday. But before we go, does everyone want to go around and plug whatever it is they're working on? Arianna, would you like to go first?
Yes, I'm working on absolutely nothing. I have some weeks off now. And yeah, do follow me though if you don't yet. !Arianna in the chat, because I will obviously be back. I'm not entirely sure when yet, because I needed a little break. But I will be here again next week for Encounter Breakers, obviously.
And Elina.
Yeah, I've been streaming like crazy this week. But I will probably take a break from tomorrow, but we will be back this weekend. Again, I'm trying to finish Sekiro. That's how you say it. Sekiro is how you say it. I'm trying to finish it and crunch up the last part of that. Otherwise, I do art as well. So check out my Twitter for more art stuff and such. So, yep, that's what I'm doing.
And Glosske.
Yes, I haven't streamed for 2 months, but I will be streaming on Saturday again. I will have a cozy morning stream where we're just gonna chill, probably check out Diablo and World of Warcraft and just talk a lot, because I have a lot of stories of things that happened the past 2 months. We're gonna have a storytelling stream. It's gonna be awesome. So early in the morning, tune in, Twitch TV/Glosske.
And Sam.
Ah, yes. Well, right after this, I actually have a sponsored stream to play the game Sable, which I'm really excited about. As for that, I do stream Monday through Friday. However, I am geographically not where any of these lovely people are. So it's my morning, probably your evening. Just so you're aware. But yeah, that or I have social medias and you can follow there. But thank y'all. This was so fun.
And I'm Ed. You can find me on Twitter at Edward_Spence_. I GM for a whole bunch of streams. This one, obviously, but every weekend we are continuing our second season of The Fifth House over on Stories Told. And I have another very exciting project that I'm looking forward to announcing very soon. And if you keep an eye on the social medias, I'm also starting work on a brand new film, which we started this week, which I'm very, very excited for, and I will no doubt be sharing more about very soon. But in the meantime, I think that's everything from us. So we will be back and delving into Mournveil and seeing what awaits us in the Grimm's Arm mountain peaks, and returning once more to Magnus Vortuna's tower. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and we're going to miss you very much this week, but we love you, and we will see you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.